Why is it that so many people in Washington think lying is no big deal? This week, we're seeing what is arguably one of the most rotten things you'll ever hear in DC, culminating in the indictment of former FBI Director James Comey. This isn't just about one man, it's about a damaging confession from a former congressman who casually said, "Everybody lies to Congress under oath. And it's no big deal if the people who make and enforce the law treat lying as standard procedure. What has happened to the rule of law? The media is quick to label Comey's indictment as political revenge. But revenge for what? Let's remember the context. They arrested almost President Trump's entire inner circle, his chief of staff, national security advisor, campaign manager, lawyer, and even his personal valet. Not only that, they spied on his campaign, framed him as a Russian operative, raided his home, and tried to strip him of his business license. They essentially declared war. When your opponents declare war, you don't surrender. You fight back so convincingly there's never another war. When Trump was indicted, they all cheered, saying, "Nobody is above the law." Now, when Comey is indicted on clear, tested crimes like lying and obstruction, they're holding a funeral. The stunning irony is that Comey himself is the one who put Martha Stewart in prison for the exact same crime. Furthermore, Comey was openly begging for Trump to be imprisoned for anything and everything before becoming president again. A former FBI director should not be talking about a president that way. His actions have destroyed the Bureau's credibility. So is this about justice or revenge? We say it's justice, it's accountability. It's Old Testament justice, an eye for an eye. What was done to Trump must never happen to anyone again. The goal of this process is to make them face what Trump's people faced through a legitimate legal process. They have to be put through the ringer. In the end, they have to beat the cases and win the election. That's what Trump did, and that's what they have to do. Politics is about power, pure and simple. But let's be clear, this whole legal battle is happening because the political opposition weaponized the Justice Department like never before in history. They didn't just target a president, they attacked the entire system. What they did to Trump has severely damaged the public's trust in key institutions, especially the FBI. Comey's indictment is not just about him. It's a necessary step to reestablish a line that should have never been crossed. The Democrats and the media are now begging for this to stop, asking Republicans to appeal to their higher angels. We have to ask, where were those higher angels when they were framing a Russian operative and trying to stage a coup? It would be suicidal for the party and the country not to hit back. This is the fight to restore accountability. It's the only way to ensure that in the future, the Department of Justice goes back to pursuing actual criminals, not just political enemies. The rule of law demands they face the music.